Okay, so now we'll go over a few of the basic functions of the phone, things that you're probably going to use every day, just so you can see how they work on the phone. So we'll start with the phone. So you can either get to the phone by being on the home screen and tapping the phone shortcut, or you can at any time press the green send key, and that brings you to the phone as well, regardless of what program you're in. So that's kind of a convenient way to make a phone call. Now, you have your regular numeric pad so you can dial a number, but not like anyone really dials numbers anymore for most of the contacts in their phone. You're going to usually call that person based on their name. So they have what's called smart dialing in here, which you can see the little alpha characters underneath the numbers. You can actually use those to dial someone. So for instance, let's call Josh. We just type J-O, and already now we're at Josh. Now obviously if you get a lot of Joshes in here, you get a bunch of them. But it does make dialing someone pretty quick. So you could, you know, from being in any program you want, let's go with mail for now. All of a sudden you need to make a phone call, click that, J-O, and tap him, done. So it's great at making a phone call pretty quickly without too much effort, which is nice. Other than that, within the phone program, you can get to the contacts. And you can also click on the menu to see your call history, send a text message to the person that's highlighted, and set up some speed dial numbers that you can just hold down the numbers to automatically call them. Okay, next we get into contact management. So if you go to the people screen, you can then click on all people, show you all of your contacts. Normally, when you have enough contacts that it's able to scroll, you'll have a little scroll bar here on the side. If you hold on to it, it'll show a letter of the alphabet, and you can slide up and down to get to all the contacts that begin with that letter really quickly. Another thing you can do is you can tap in the top and start typing in someone's name. And as soon as, you know, it's a live search, so as you do it, as you type, it will find all the people that begin with those letters. So that's pretty quick too. Another thing, we'll show you inside one of the contacts. Now all the ways you can get in contact with that contact will be listed here. So whatever you have put in, like a cell phone number, a house number, an email, instant message screen name, all of that will be able to be accessed directly from here. And you can communicate with that person really quickly. So for instance, if we click send a text message, it takes us directly to the compose a text message screen, and we can immediately start talking, which is kind of nice. Okay, another little interesting feature inside the contact is you can tap on notes. Oops. Tap on notes, there you go. And write down little notes about the person to remind yourself of certain things, etc. So that's kind of nice. You can also click edit to edit it. Okay, and that's about it for the contacts here. There are other ways to get to your contacts and to contact them in other ways throughout the phone. So I'll show you that as we go through those sections. Okay, so the other feature you're probably going to use just about every day is messaging. So we'll go through that really quickly. Scroll over to the messages tab. And as I said before, you can flick through all of your text messages here. You can also click on them to show a threaded view of what you guys have said back and forth, and you can also tap in here to reply to them. You can click here as well to get to all messages in case you're looking for a specific one. You don't want to flick through every single text message to get back to it. Easy to do here, and these are also in conversation style, so all of Josh's text messages will be here, all of Greg's here, all of Lauren's, all of Mariella's, and you can click through them and see the threaded view just like we showed you a second ago. The next thing would be email. So again, you can flick through here to get through your emails like I showed you before, but you can also tap on them to show the actual email itself. The browser or the email client on here is full HTML, so you will see the email basically the way you see it on your computer. You'll notice images are missing here, but that's because I have them turned off by default so that the messages download faster. You can turn that on and it would display the images just like normal. So close that. You can also click on inbox here to show all of the emails you have and which ones are read and unread. And again, if you click on these, it'll just open the email itself. You can also click on the top here to get to different folders. So for example, your sent folder, your other email accounts, etc. So close that, and that's it for messaging. Okay, so another important thing to probably show you while we're doing messaging is the input methods. So how you would type your messages. So we have a full QWERTY keyboard that's installed on the phone, comes with the phone, but you can also change that by tapping on the arrow next to the keypad at the bottom to either a compact QWERTY, which is 2 letters per button, which is kind of like BlackBerry Pearl. Then we have a phone keypad, which is like your BlackBerry, or excuse me, your Motorola Razr, some phone like that. So those are the 3 input methods that actually come on the phone. I prefer the full QWERTY, of course, but you know, to each his own. But keep in mind also that this is Windows, so there are a bunch of different input methods that you can download off the internet and install into the phone to change this to however you may want. So, you know, don't feel like you're limited to just this. Now, another thing to notice, there is no accelerometer in this phone again, so you can't turn it sideways to make the QWERTY go long ways, which is what a lot of people like. I'm sure there is a mod or a hack to get around that, or even just a program that you could probably install that would change that. But as the phone comes out of the box, you don't have that ability. So typing like this is kind of the only way you can do it. Okay, so the next thing we'll go over is the internet browsing. So we'll scroll over to our, our internet tab here and tap on Launch the Internet Browser. Keep in mind this is Opera again, not Internet Explorer, which is a little bit quicker. So automatically it takes us to this HTC search page. We tap that button to bring up our normal browser, window, and then we can type in a website. We'll just go to Google. Okay, then after the page finishes loading and you wait a second, this will automatically move out to give you full screen load like that, which is great because you want to use as much of this 2.8 inches as you can. So that's kind of nice that it does that. Now for zooming, there's no pinch, no multi-touch, but you do have double tapping, which will zoom you in, and then you can move around, double tapping to zoom back out. One cool thing that Opera does do, and we'll test it out here and show you. Just do a quick search for dog. See how loads the page pretty well. But you'll notice when you zoom in, zoom back out so I can show you again, you'll see how the text is written. When you zoom in, it actually squashes the text so that it fits in the screen, so you don't have to sit there and do this every time you're trying to read a sentence, which is great. It's kind of a nice little feature there. So other than that, you're pretty much going to get the same internet experience you do on most smartphones nowadays. So that's pretty much it for the browser. Next we have multimedia. So I'll show you pictures. When you tap on any of the pictures, you'll see it automatically rotates them for you. You can flick through them like this, and it's pretty responsive. So it's kind of nice. You can also tap on the picture to either send it somewhere, play a slideshow, go back, and then you can also save it to a contact, save it as the screen image, delete it, and check out the properties. So that's the picture viewer. We'll click back to get out. You can also click down here for albums, and this will show you, it automatically rotates again, it'll show you all of the pictures in one view, as well as anything else that may be in there. For example, this is a video. So we'll click on the video, show you how that runs. And you can see it playing, pause it, go back, start over, etc. Not too bad. Again, click back to get out, close the album, put the phone back, and then we'll go through music. Again, there's only 2 songs on here, so we'll just pick one. Hit play. I'm gonna pick it up off the table. You can hear the speaker's pretty loud. It's not too shabby. Okay, and then again, you can also click library to sort through all of your music, any way that you see fit. You can also keep that playing and go to other stuff, and it'll just keep playing in the background, which is kind of nice. And that pretty much covers multimedia. Okay, another thing I want to show you real quick is the camera quality. So here we have looking at the desk and the phone's box. Tap on stuff to bring up settings, change the brightness, change the ISO, a bunch of fun camera settings. See, it's a little shaky. Not the greatest, but it's not too shabby. And then you tap this,
Tap that, take the picture, and there is our image. Go over to okay. So not too bad. Double tap to zoom in. There you go. So that's the camera.